Welcome back, McFly subscribers. So this is what we're tying today. Two different Perdigon flies, both midges in different colors. These are super easy midge Perdigons. I will talk more about the fly and its uses later in the video, but let's go ahead and get started tying now. Place the hook and bead securely in your vise, and make sure the bead is aligned properly. By the way, the hook and bead I'm using today are both made by Resin. Their prices are amazing for the quality. The hook is their 9230 jig hook in size 18, and the beads are their tungsten slotted beads. Make sure you're using the slotted beads for all jig flies. And I'm using two different colors here. For one fly it will be the white, and the other fly it will be the silver. Resin sells so many different colors of beads. Of course, all the normal ones like gold, black nickel, and silver. But also some very interesting colors like matte black, olive green, glow in the dark, dirty olive, and of course the white that I will be using today. So get creative and try different colors to see what the fish like. I will be using 4 different threads today. Vivas 10-knot in black for one fly and white for the other. Then for the ribbing, I will be using Vivas 16-knot in the opposite colors for each fly. White for the black midge and black for the white midge. So let's start with the black midge. Start your 10-knot black thread right behind the bead and snip or snap off the waist. Then make many wraps behind the bead until it won't slide down the hook shank. Then bring down the thread a couple wraps. Now slide the white 16-knot thread under your 10-knot black thread to capture it like so. Then snip off the waist. Now proceed to make touching wraps down the hook shank. This 10-knot is a flat thread, so I'm spinning the bobbin counterclockwise to uncord the thread and flatten it for smoother and more even wraps. Wrap down as far as you want. Now you could tie this a little shorter for a smaller midge, or go deep into the bend if you wish, like I'm doing here. Then bring your thread back up to just shy of the bead. Now take the white thread and start making even open wraps up the hook shank to form a rib. This is a round thread, which is important so it creates a thin rib. Do not use a flat thread for this. When you reach your thread, capture it by bringing the black thread under it and make a wrap or two. Then pull the rib thread rearward and make a wrap or two over it. Then cut it off close. By the way, the scissors I'm using today are also made by Resin. These are their mitten scissors and fit super comfortably in the hand, but also have an ultra fine tip to them that allow you to cut off the thread really close. Okay, now to keep the body thin, let's not make any more wraps than we have to, and go ahead and just whip finish the fly here. For the coating, I will use Solarez Ultra Thin. It comes with a handy paintbrush in the lid for easy application. This is a UV resin which you can cure hard with a UV light. Paint a bit on the body of the midge, covering all your thread on all sides. Then rotate the fly while curing it so it cures even. Now you can see that the white thread brightens up when the UV light shines on it. Studies have shown that some fish can see the UV spectrum, so this could attract them a bit more. Okay, now let's do the white one. This will be tied exactly the same, just with the opposite colors. So I will speed through most of this. As you can see, I have the white bead on, and we're starting with the 10-knot white thread, and then of course the 16-knot black thread for the ribbing. Okay, there we go. The flies are now finished. You can use whatever colors you want with different color threads, and I regularly tie a red annelid version as well. So this isn't really a Perdigon per se. It doesn't have a tail. But midges aren't tied with tails. They're basically just a little tiny worm. They're the larva of a midge, which looks a lot like a mosquito. Many rivers I've fished, especially the San Juan River in New Mexico, have huge midge populations that the fish feast on. While they're really small little meals, the fish are eating them so often that they do fill their belly. They're super easy to tie and very effective for those rivers where the midge population is plentiful. So I have been on a Perdigon kick in the last few weeks because I have to replace some in my Perdigon box. I am almost filled up here. By the way, I sell these fly boxes on Amazon with free shipping. They're ultra thin boxes that fit in a shirt pocket, or they allow you to take multiple boxes with you in a pack, which allows you to organize your flies by type in each box. You can have one dry fly box, a nymph box, and even a Perdigon box like I have here. Perdigons can be tied in so many different ways and colors. Last week I tied this Perdigon fly, the Perdigon Frenchie. So I will link to that video in the description section and at the end of this video. And next week I will be tying this Perdigon, and I'm just going to call it an olive flashabou. And I'm using this awesome matte black bead. In that video, I will also be going over many more Perdigon variations that you can make. So make sure that you're subscribed and hit that bell notification so you don't miss any videos like this. Now, if you haven't already, go check out my sponsor, Resin Fly. They made the hooks and beads I use today, also the scissors, and they make rods and reels, fly tying materials, riverside accessories, and much, much more. All at amazing prices for extremely good quality gear. Best off, they're offering you all a discount on top of their already great prices. So go to www.risenfly.com and type in McFly at checkout for 15% off of your first order with them. Well, I hope you all enjoyed this video on the super simple Midge Perdigon. If you did, please do me a favor and hit that like button, as it helps me and the channel out. I will see you on the next video. Now you go catch some fish.